Rich DeMarco on the Army Football Report as the Black Knights get set to go on the road to take on Stanford out of the Pac-12 Conference. Coming up in just a moment, we'll catch up with Black Knights defensive back Josh Jenkins. But up first, here are highlights from Army head coach Jeff Monken's weekly news conference previewing the game against the Cardinal.
They've got a number of extremely talented players. They're a well-coached team. And the thing that I really admire about that team is their desire to be good at running the football, lining up and handing it to a really good back in front of a big, talented offensive line and hammering it. And they don't try to be real fancy. They don't, they're desiring to run 100 plays a game. That's a league that there are a lot of fast-paced teams like Oregon and Arizona State, and they're going 100 miles an hour trying to run 100 plays a game. And Stanford's just a tough team, old school, and boy, I admire that. So we've got our hands full. It's going to be a tremendous challenge, but we're excited about the opportunity. Our kids are excited to play. There was a real good half of football against them a year ago here, and so hopefully that gives our guys some confidence that they can play with a great football team like Stanford, and that if we'll play and correct those mistakes we made on Saturday, then we'll have a chance to win the football games. We're 1-0, and that's great to start the season like that. But the challenge is to go 1-0 each week, and this is a great challenge for us. But it is a great opportunity because we know the level of respect that Stanford has around the country in the college football world, and what it would mean to go out there and have a victory at Stanford. It's a huge task, but it's certainly a great opportunity. Would be a tremendous accomplishment for this football team.
That's Army head coach Jeff Monken. We're now joined by Black Knights cornerback Josh Jenkins. Josh, quite an opening game of 2014 for you. A couple of interceptions and a tremendous play on a downed punt at the Buffalo 1-yard line. Evaluate your performance from game one.
Well, I just did what my coaches asked me to do, including Coach Mission's, go Yankees, and they put me in positions to make plays, and I decided just to make the plays that my team asked for me.
How important psychologically was it to get that victory? First game with a new coaching staff and new defense. How important was that win psychologically?
Well, it's everything. 1-0 sounds a lot better than 0-1, and we're going week to week, and this week it's Stanford, and we have all due respect for Stanford. Buffalo's a great team, but we're moving on, and Stanford's going to be a great game.
The game against Stanford last year, a good one here at Michie Stadium. What do you remember of that game, and what could you maybe take from that game 1 year ago to this road trip coming up?
Oh, well, just maturity, double moves, everything else that encompasses corner work. And I've been working with Chris all summer for that. Bacon, Hayden Pierce, Isaac Winters. They've been preparing me for this for a while now, and I'm just ready to make my mark.
Aside from getting a chance to go out and take on Stanford, how excited are you returning to Northern California, just about 90 minutes away from Stanford, of course, at the acclaimed De La Salle High School?
Well, it's always fun going back to California to play football. So playing a team from Northern California, it's very important to me. My family will be there, and it's going to be a great game.
Josh, thanks for a couple of minutes. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
That's Army quarterback Josh Jenkins joining us on the Army Football Report. It'll be Army on the road at Stanford, a 5 o'clock Eastern kickoff time on Saturday. Coverage across the Army Sports Network begins at 3 p.m. Eastern with the Tailgate Show. For the Army Football Report, I'm Rich DeMarco.